And welcome back to the 2025 Frontier Conference Media Day as we head to Butte. Montana Tech Oredigers, their women's program is ranked 22nd in the nation. They won the Frontier Conference cross country meet a year ago, and they were 21st in the nation last year. Coach Jacob Sundberg is in his second season. Coach, thank you for being with us today and introduce us to the student athletes you have with you.
Thanks for the introduction. On my right here, we have Cameron Comba. She's a senior from Idaho Falls. And on my left is Justin Morgan, and he is a fifth-year grad student from Thompson Falls.
Coach, what makes your women's program so good?
It's the people. They make me look real good. We have a great group of women who are bought in, and they do the right thing. We've built a culture from the beginning. I've been here as long as Montana Tech has had track and field. I was here a year later than when we added the cross country program. So I've got to see it from the beginning, and it's something special. So, I mean, they, just kind of perpetuate that culture, and our upperclassmen kind of show our younger group the way. And I mean, we got a great group that's bought in.
Coach, your thoughts on the expansion of the Frontier Conference?
Yeah, I mean, it was really awesome to hear everyone else's answers to this. And I mean, I think the general consensus is that the rising tide raises all the ships. We've tried to, push the conference forward in everything that we've done, whether it be recruiting, whether it be development, all that training stuff that goes into it. Track, cross country, all of it. But adding these programs from the North Star and from JUCO, I mean, it's going to be a fun thing to watch. And yeah, I mean, it's only good for everyone. And being able to have this competition before we get to like a national championship, I think that's going to prepare our teams even more for that level of competition.
Cameron, being in Butte, running at altitude, what is that like?
My freshman year was definitely a big change, but throughout the years, anywhere else that we go to race, it has definitely helped a lot. And being able to explain that to our younger classmen has helped, and it's been cool to watch them go to other races and figure that out on their own.
Cameron, what do you like best about the Montana Tech cross country program?
Definitely the culture. I feel like we have a very strong, it's two very distinct of having fun and knowing when to kind of be strict and perform. But it's definitely the culture. It's fun being able to go to practice, and it feels like you're hanging out with your friends. It's like very fun.
Justin, what do you like best about Butte, America?
Gosh, I don't know. There's lots to like. I mean, good eating everywhere, I'd say. Lots of restaurants to go to for sure. As an athlete, I'm always trying to fuel myself, so lots of places to do that here at Butte. But also I think just I think the culture of the town really is kind of something else too. Like, I feel like people are sort of, if you were born here, you're like proud to be from here. And I mean, I'm pretty happy to kind of like buy into that culture as well. I think it's pretty cool.
All right, Justin, what do you like best about your head coach, Jacob?
Oh, yeah, I think just his commitment to the team and to each individual athlete. He shows up every day. I mean, whenever he can be around, he's around. His commitment is second to none, I'd say, and it really shows in the results.
Coach, your women's program, 21st in the nation a year ago. Do you feel they're going to be better this year than last year?
I'm glad you asked. I'm glad someone's paying attention to these rankings and noticing that we are very underranked right now. I think if you look at the results, I can answer the recent history and say in Bozeman, our women's team time was 4 minutes faster. That's combined for our scoring group. And in Missoula, our team was 3 minutes faster for team time for our scoring group. So those are our two races that we've had so far. So we haven't gone to this Lewiston meet that we have coming up on Saturday since my first year here. And that team was 11th in the nation. So it'll be fun to kind of compare what it where we're at compared to where we've been in the past. Because I mean, we look at the numbers, and I mean, if it's going to help us with our training and help us with our perception of what the outlook is, then I think we can use it. Sounds like it's going to be rainy in Idaho. Seems like that course runs well when it's rainy. So I'm excited for that, and I think this team is for sure a top 15 team in the nation. I know that Dakota State was talking earlier about being a top 20 team in the nation, and I'm the women's Raider, so I mean I look at this stuff very closely, and I agree with them. I mean, they've been beating good teams, and we're gonna have to beat them if we want to do the things that we say we're set out to do.
So Cameron, it would be okay for you to spend some time in Florida later this year.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Tell me the Frontier Conference Championship meet November 7th, Amen Park in Billings. Have you ran on that course before, and what do you think?
Yes, I have ran it before. Last year we had conference there and I got second there. And I actually really like that course. I like how simple it is.
So do you feel what is your goal going to be this year in that Frontier Conference meet?
Definitely top 5.
Okay. Dr. Crawford, what do you have for us?
Yeah, I'd like to hear from Cameron and from Justin about their academic programs, what they're studying, and what that does for them in terms of their next 5 years and starting off their professional careers in the workforce.
Yeah. I'm studying exercise health science, and I plan on getting my master's of occupational therapy. The program's really great here. It helps that I'm also an athlete, so it's pretty cool learning everything that's going on during exercise, and then also being able to do stuff in class and being able to participate in some of the testings that we do is pretty fun, and the numbers are really cool to look at. My plan.
Yeah, so I graduated with my bachelor's in electrical engineering in spring, and now I'm getting my master's of science in electrical engineering. And I think one of the things that just drew me to tech was the job placement rate right out of college. It's like, I want to say it's in the high 90s, if not very close to 100%. But also just the return on investment for Montana Tech is great, and it's such a reputable program. Like there's lots of employers who come to the career fair at Montana Tech who don't go to other career fairs that other schools have, because our program is just that good. So I think that it really sets you up well for when you're done with college.
It's great to hear. You opened the door earlier, Justin, about food in Butte. So I'm going to ask you, what's the preferred, the pork chop sandwich or the pasty?
I'd have to go with the pork chop. Yeah.
Yeah. And Cameron, have you been to La Serena?
No.
The old Dairy Queen. It's a drive-through a Mexican place
I
now.
haven't.
You
I
need
know
to
where-
go. You need to go try it. It's pretty darn good. Matt Steppen will be glad that I gave a plug to La Serena. So,
All right.
Rocky, I'm going to turn time back to you.
All right. Coach, when you recruit high school athletes to join the cross country program, what are you most proud to tell them about Montana Tech, the school, and your program?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good things to say, as Justin's already alluded to. He's talked about our job placement. He's talked about us being #1 in Montana every year for return on investment. I love being affordable and pays dividends when you're looking for a career. That's where we start. And I mean, first thing I ask recruits is, do you want to run? And what do you want to study? We want to be able to have people here who like the process, and if they weren't competing, they'd still be running. Our Frontier Conference champion from last year, Alyssa Plant, she is someone who took years off from competing, but she was still running. And that's why when she came and joined our program, she went from being a mid-19s girl to a low-18s girl. And she's still around the program, helping out and running practice right now. We had our morning session that I was at, and we had this going on at this time. So she's in charge of this afternoon group. We're also cutting into Justin's double right now, but so having people here who come back on purpose, and with how intentional we are with things, and people want to be around it. Like, I mean, I think we've talked a lot about culture, and I mean, I think that just draws recruits, and it helps kind of snowball effect when it comes to that. I mean, I've been here, this is year 5 for me, and I think I've signed 40 to 50 recruits every season that I've worked here. And that's also not an accident. So, I mean, I could go on and on about it just because I have, but I'll spare everyone.
Coach, the advantages, disadvantages from high altitude at Tech.
Yeah. I mean, we could talk to the resident physiologist in this Zoom call. Dr. Schwartz can tell you all about the benefits of living at altitude. I know if we're talking about Dickinson, Shane's afraid to come here because we were slated to host conference before the redistribution of the conference, and we're the only ones who have not hosted a conference championship for cross country. But the benefit comes from living here. We're at 5,500 feet as far as like the flats, and I mean, camp is at 5,700. And I mean, Cameron talked about going to sea level, and no matter where we go, we're gonna be at an advantage because we live here. We do incorporate the environment into our training. You've asked all the athletes so far about, do they like a cross-country course that's flat or a cross-country course that's hilly? But I mean, we don't have as many hills here as we do mountains. And I mean, every other week we're going to do a mountain long run. And I think when we go flat, it's gonna have some benefits. And when we go hilly, it's gonna have some benefits. And it's not like we're just running aimlessly. So I mean, we have a destination in mind, and I think that the environment helps us get there.
Justin, do you notice a difference when you run at a lower elevation?
Yeah, definitely in races, you kind of just surprise yourself with just how fast you're running, because it does well. Obviously, when you're racing, you're going as hard as you can, no matter what. But it's more when you look at the time afterwards, it's like, wow, I just ran that. I could never do that at 5,500 feet. So, I think that it is fairly noticeable. Maybe more so noticeable on like easy runs, feel easier at a bit of a faster pace. But like, during a race, you're just going hard anyway. And then afterwards you see the time and you're like, dang, that's definitely where the altitude helps.
That's very awesome. Dr. Crawford?
Just excited to wrap up Media Day here in a little bit, and just appreciate our friends from Montana Tech going next to last. Wish you the best of luck as you get out and run this weekend, and we'll see you November 7th in Billings.
Thanks, everyone. Good luck this season.
Thank you, Dr. Crawford. Thank you, Mr. Erickson.
Thank you.
Thank you.